A Zambian friend considers herself as colored, but in the US that has a different meaning. Exactly. Yeah, there was actually this whole thing with a famous singer who you know, they're trying to market her to the African American community, but she kind of distinguished herself as colored. And a lot of people, in the US, that's a very charged term that implicates
Oh,
white
yeah.
supremacy. Yeah. So, but in her culture, that's not at all the same. And so, yeah, it had this whole dialogue within the black community about terms, and of course, then there's also the whole woke issue, transforming what the word woke means,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, language is a big part of this kind of battle that we're in.
The white supremacists always do that. They do that with symbols too. Like they never come up with anything original. They see, and then you even see that with Trump lately. Like they were having like Walls and Harris were calling him weird, and then he's like, "I'm not weird, they're weird." It's like that's just like there's never anything new out of that group. They just always, like the flags that they take, they attach their symbolism to the flags, and then they got that whole thing going on with their code words and code language that they use that they slip in there. They're like, if you're not careful, you'll be in a situation. They'll start talking to you and they'll start hitting you with just to kind of see if they can get a reaction from you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
And just to kind of see if they're on if you're with them. So it's like, yeah, that whole
It's
mechanism,
that
that whole
that
hidden
let's go Brandon, that whole
stuff
thing is
like
part
that,
of
or they
it.
hit you with the 88, or like all these different numbers and letters and little gestures and things that they do. It's all just kind of secret. And once it's sort of like it's just this code that's out there. And once you start to recognize, you see how it's everywhere. It's all over the place. So
The silent majority, right? The silent majority.
boy, they're not silent. They're
Not
they're they're,
anymore.
they're the
Not
loud
anymore.
minority, is what they. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's disturbing, and we've got a long road ahead of us, right? And I'm with you about this election. I can't wait till it's over. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
exhausting.
yeah,
It's
I'm
ready to be done.
exhausted.
Ready to be done. I've been ready to be done with it for 4 years. Seems
Same.
like it never even. It seems like the Biden administration never even happened. It feels like exactly nothing is. We've had no progress.
Yeah. And I think that's beyond a lot of these politicians to like perceive the general populace as experiencing. They have no idea what our experience has been like. It's very
Yeah,
obvious.
I think that's one of the great things. The fact that Kamala has worked as at McDonald's. I think that's something that you don't forget. And I think there is this big disconnect between that elite group of people that even the ones that they think they're in touch, but if they've always had it easy, which most of these politicians have, they just are just they're lacking a chip, they're lacking a fundamental comprehension that's what's necessary to transform. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful with Harris winning, but we'll see. Like you said, I mean that'll be yeah, but it's never an idea saying okay everything's going to be solved. That's when the work begins. But at least we'll have taken
A right
we'll
step, a
we'll be on a
step in the
platform.
direction.
We'll be
Yeah.
standing up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we won't be prone. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. For access to the full length conversation and all of the 2 hour long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.